Hi guys, welcome to another session with Empress, and today you guys will be learning the slice effect in Canva, of course. So let's begin. So I will be coming here and I'll be adding a new page. Let's go. So today we will be going inside of element, which the features will be on the left hand section, and we will be typing in pineapple. So now I will be choosing a free version of the pineapple so that everybody can get it, whether you're using the pro feature or the free version. All right, so it's not a biggie. So let's select. Now we're going to duplicate. All right, so now that we have two pineapples here, this is how they're looking. All right, so now we're going to be placing this pineapple in half. So remember, these four dots that are at each corner of the pineapple, yeah, they can decrease or increase the pineapple. All right, if you go to do this is what's going to happen if you try to, give it a bigger size. That won't happen if you pull it from the side. So always remember to pull from the corner, the edges. Okay. All right, so let's undo. So we are back on the same size with the previous one. So now we will be cutting these both into halves. So let's go, starting from the bottom, going up, pulling from the top, going to the half section of this beautiful pineapple. All right, so now once you place it here, we should be having an entire whole of a pineapple. So that's what you can use to measure up to ensure that you're on the right track when you're doing the slice effect. So now I'm zooming in because I want you guys to see the next step, because this next step is very crucial. So the next thing that we will be doing is that we'll be going in shapes and we'll be selecting a circle. Now the circle that we'll be selecting, we need to change the color. So to change the color, we're going to come here on the left hand corner where we have shape and it falls in between border style. We're going to select that and we're going to select yellow. All right, that looks like, the color of a pineapple. Okay, so now I'll be rotating this, not really rotate, but to give it the shape of an oval. All right, let's go. So I'll be pulling from this little piece here, going down. So once I do this, it will be like it is facing down. So I'm going to be placing this right underneath my little beautiful pineapple. If you need to address the corners of the pineapple, maybe pull them in, pull them out for this oval shape to work. Remember, use the corners to help you to adjust the sizes. All right, do not pull from the side because this is what will happen. The dots more give you a better measurement. All right, beautiful peoples. So now I'm just adjusting and I'm just taking my time to align my pineapple. There you go. So now I'll be duplicating. So now I will be going an inch or half inch away, select and then group. And then the next step is that I'll be placing this here. This other half is normally way easier. It's not too complicated to do, but just ensure that the pineapple blends well. So I'm just going to be tucking that little piece there, and there we go. So I'm going to go an inch or half inch away, pull down and select group. So you guys caught that, right? I know you guys caught that because you guys are some creative persons, isn't me? All right, so the next thing we're going to do is to come back in element and we're going to be typing in shadow. I will be using a free one, right, just to help out the freebies here that are using the free version of Canva. So the shadow that we'll be using is in the second row. Here it is. We'll be selecting that and then I'll be using the dot just to reshape it. All right, just like what we did early on, placing it in the center here. So just play around until it is comfortable to you. Duplicate again, place this under the next section of my pineapple. Beautiful. So now I'll be selecting this, going here on transparency, and I'll be turning it down. No, you don't have to, but for me, I want to. So the preference, like I said, is always yours. So I'm just turning it down a little bit for me. All right, it's too bright. So bam, and then I'm just going to go an inch or half inch away, and I need to group that shadow. Then I'm just going to be repeating this, and then group. So here we have two beautiful halves of a pineapple. Now you can also resize the pineapples how you want it. If they are too big, you resize them. Maybe you're going to be doing something else different like myself. So just rotate them, or you can just keep it still as it is. Like I said, your style, your fashion. Don't make nobody tell you nothing otherwise. Alright, so this is how my pineapple is looking thus far. So let's go. I will be coming over here in element again, and I will be taking on a pineapple splash, pineapple juice splash. Alright, I'll be going in photos because those are where some of the best ones are, and I'll be selecting this one. Alright, so now I'll be taking this splash, go and position, and then I'll be sending this beautiful bad boy to the back. Now I will also be changing the color of my background because for the next step I need things to be happening. So I duplicated the splash, and I'm just going in like a little half because I want the splash to seem as if it is going through. So let's see if we can pull it off here. So I'll be starting from the top, going down, and then I'm just going to be pulling down a bit, and there we go. Alright, so now I will be changing the background color, and I'll be taking the color from here. Watch how I do this. Select here, go on this plus icon, which is add new, go and pick a color, and I'm going to be selecting a color from there, and there you go. So the next thing, I will be taking a shadow once again, type shadow. So there are different types of shadow here. Alright, so I'll be selecting the free one, which is in the third row, this one. I'll be selecting that one, and I'll be changing the color to white, and then I'll be sending this, go in position, and I'll be sending it to the back. Ensure it is centered. I'll be duplicating again, giving this a little color of. So I'll be scrolling down to take a color from the photo colors, and I'll be selecting one of these. So if you want to choose colors from the photos, you could come here and select one of these. Alright, and then we go in position, and then we send to the back. Alright, I'm not through. I'm going to go in element again, and then I'm going to be typing in green. Stay in graphics, see all, and you just choose one of the greens. There are some free greens there, so you can choose the ones that is more appealing to you and appealing to your style. Alright, because creativity comes from within. Alright, so I like this green, and I'm just going to duplicate it because I need it to fit the entire section, and I just don't like to stretch out the greens. Alright, and now I am just going to be turning it down. Same for this one. Go in position, and I'm sending these to the back. And there we have it. This is how we were able to accomplish this beautiful slice effect using Canva. I hope you guys put these hacks to use, and see you guys on the next one. Bye.